Hi, I'm Derek. Happy Halloween, everyone. I know someone somewhere is probably like, wow, that is a very uninspired Halloween costume you've done there, Alice. Au contraire, I will be warm this Halloween. And as a bonus, this wig that clearly needs to go into the trash gets one final hurrah. Also, might I just say, these are Castelvetrano olives. I think this was the best costume idea I've ever had. We do have a topic today because, as you guys surely by now know, tomorrow marks the beginning of the Sephora VIB sale. I've noticed people seem to like my skincare videos that are related to the sale, so what I'm going to do in today's video is tell you about my absolute... Hold on. I had an olive in my teeth. I'm going to tell you about my favorite products at Sephora based on skin issues. So we're going to have a section for acne, a section for anti-aging. I will have timestamps for everything in the description box because obviously if you don't have acne, you don't care about that segment of the video. Hilariously enough, if you guys saw my video on Tuesday, I haven't actually been using a lot of the skincare carried at Sephora. So I do want to, of course, start this video with a disclaimer. I kind of like to do this for sales. Y'all already know this. Don't feel like you have to buy anything. In the sale, of course, Sephora does carry a lot of nice skincare. I will try to tell you what I think is the best that you can get there. Sephora has pricey skincare. That was almost so much of a no-brainer that I'm glad I have a costume to blame on it. Derek. Again, there are cheaper options a lot of times. There are dupes. I will try to mention them. I will try to mention where you can get things for less if I feel that is applicable. But basically, this is going to be my picks from Sephora. Let's start this video off with acne. Acne was my biggest issue personally. I struggled with it for absolutely years. And the fact that I'm, going out tonight without even foundation on is kind of a miracle. But I have come very far with my acne, and I have some recommendations for you. That said, I want you to know that acne really is caused by a variety of factors. It is exacerbated by a variety of factors, so I don't really have a one fixed solution. These are things that might help to work on your acne, but I am going to put the one that I think is going to work for the most people first and second. So we're going to start with salicylic. Salicylic works, but I have to use it every single day. If I miss a day, I'm probably going to break out. So my top recommendation to you here is going to be from The Ordinary, which is actually excluded from the VIB sale. And yet it's going to be the cheapest option for you. As far as I know, if you're interested in buying The Ordinary from Ulta, you can use coupon codes with The Ordinary, so that may be a better option for you right there. But again, I swear by this. You apply this right after cleansing, after toning, early on in your routine. Now, this one is 2%. I did notice in some reviews, some people say this is too strong for them. So I wanted to bring another option, and that is the CoverFX Mattifying Primer with Anti-Acne Treatment. This is 1%, and you actually can apply this in a different place in your routine. I mean, it's made to be a primer. I use it that way, and I've noticed it still gives me the same results as The Ordinaries. Now, it's a lot more expensive, but if you do have a more sensitive skin type, I think this is going to be a better option for you. So that recommendation was for preventing acne in the first place in general. What about if you already have a red, inflamed bump, you want it to go away as quickly as possible? I would highly recommend to you the Kate Somerville Eradicate Acne Treatment. This contains 10% sulfur. Now, I've talked about sulfur in other videos. The thing that I do actually really like about Kate Somerville's product is that she discloses the amount of sulfur. I've talked a lot about Mario Badescu's drying lotion, which does compare to this. I've gone back and forth on those. I do think this is a little bit better than Mario Badescu's. I'm actually thinking about grabbing another bottle of this. The Makeup Revolution one is terrible. Don't buy that one. And I've got to end this section with what helped me the best in preventing acne. If you've been on this channel for several months, you already know exactly what I'm about to say. It is the Hum Skin Heroes Pre and Probiotic. I only believe in this more after what I've done in my experimental lifestyle. So I took this for several months. Originally, they had sent it to me for free. I've kept on buying this. You guys, I honestly feel that in order to get the best idea about whether something really works or doesn't, you have to pull it out of your routine. So I pulled it. I pulled all probiotics out of my routine. And sure enough, the acne came right back. I ordered this so quickly. I was like, we can discontinue this trial now, we know. So the thing is, I don't know if this is going to work for everybody, but we do know that acne can be a result of an imbalance in your gut microbiota. So this is probably going to work wonders for some people. I happen to be one of those. A lot of you guys have told me that this worked really well for you also. If that's not the issue, then it's not going to solve the problem, but I recommend trying it for at least 6 weeks. Now, I will tell you this, you can get this through the Sephora website for $40, or you can get it on the Hum website for $20 for your first bottle. I will have the explanation of how you can do that in the description box. It will start a subscription service, but I can tell you all about it. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a DM. Honestly, at first I was hesitant about it because I typically don't like the surprises on my credit card, right? Do we all have this situation? But they do tell you several days in advance before they charge you, so if you need to, you can very easily move the date back. I mean, personally, I recommend going through the Hum website instead of Sephora for greater discounts. If you're ordering 3 products at a time, you get 25% off always. So again, I think that's the best way to go, but if you just kind of want to sample it out, you're not sure, then yes, you can grab this in the Sephora sale. All right, let's move on to acne scarring. I've had a lot of people ask me what I did to clear up all of my acne scars. It is one single product, and I have not purchased this in well over a year because it worked. Now, I know that not everybody likes Drunk Elephant, and I know that the price tag on this particular product is high. I know that there are other options, but if I'm being 100% honest with you, TLC Framboos is the product that worked. This is the old packaging. I still haven't ever finished it because I didn't need to. And for me, when a product does so well that I don't need to repurchase it, I'm going to rave about that product because obviously it's not, at least in my opinion, trying to trick me out of more money, keep me in a spending cycle, right? It actually solved the problem. So, again, I can't say that's going to work for everybody, but this is a 12% AHA BHA blend. And again, for me, it worked wonders. Let's talk about anti-aging products next. I am going to keep this simple, and boy, am I ever going to keep this consistent with what I've loved and recommended on this channel, which means we're going to start with retinol. So I finally finished off my last bottle of Peter Thomas Roth Retinol Fusion PM. I have loved this product for years, and I have only now decided that it is finally time to move on. This is a 1.5% encapsulated retinol product, and after using Drunk Elephant's A Passioni, I will link my side-by-side trial of that. The results of that trial were just so phenomenal that it pains me to not be using that product today. I said at the beginning of this video I was going to tell you guys if I believe something better is available. So what I'm going to say about that is I think that this is the most powerful retinol product on the market. If you really want the absolute strongest retinoid, go to a doctor and get Tret. I feel like I get a fair amount of criticism every time I say that from people who say, well, if it's so powerful, why aren't you using it? So I want to answer that really quickly in this video. As somebody who comes from the sciences and understands the scientific method really quite well, the reason I don't use anything that I would need to get from a doctor is because I feel it would interfere with my ability to test products. I feel like this could kind of sound like I'm shading other YouTubers. Believe me, that is not at all my point. It's just that for me, I am holding myself to a high standard. And as an example, if I had Botox in my forehead, which no, I do not, how on earth would I be able to review a product that is supposed to reduce forehead lines? Any results that you would see would clearly be the Botox and not the product. And that's the thing, I'm always trying to keep in mind what possible extraneous variables could there be. So yes, the truth is I genuinely do think these are the most powerful ingredients, so powerful that I don't use them. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyway, let's move on because I do have another product that I want to talk about, and this is a bit of a newer discovery. This is the Clinique Fresh Pressed Daily Booster with pure vitamin C 10%. I made a video on both retinol and vitamin C, and what I said in my vitamin C video is that ascorbic acid is the gold standard for anti-aging purposes. It wasn't until I finished off my Skin Diva vitamin C, heads up that one is going to be cheaper and more powerful, but also maybe too powerful. That one is very strong. I believe it's 25%. This is what I ended up using after that, and I was surprised to see that I really did have good results from this product as well, and I love the design. You know, we talked about in that vitamin C video how vitamin C is pretty darn unstable, so if you have it packaged in a little container like this that is, I believe, 0.27, 0.29 fluid ounces, this is light protected. It's going to be a smaller amount of product, so you don't have to worry about it degrading, and it is only $20. So it's a nice way to get to try out a vitamin C, see if it's really working for you. But I will give you guys a tip with this. Clinique says to mix this into a moisturizer. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Use this as a first serum. Use this on dry skin after your toner has dried. You are going to see better results from it solely because of the pH that vitamin C needs in order to be most effective. Let's do some peels, chemical exfoliation next. I know I don't have this categorized that well, but that's because these are the kind of products that kind of target multiple concerns at once. You can use peels both to fade acne scars as well as to fade signs of aging, smooth out any fine lines. I did pick out two for you that I feel are a little different. So let's start with the Dr. Dennis Gross Clinical Grade Resurfacing Liquid Peel. This is the two-step peel that I did do a before and after of. I will link that video if you are interested. And what I said in that video, I will reiterate here. This worked very, very well on fine lines on my forehead, smoothing out and brightening my skin. My goodness, this brightened my skin a lot in only 2 weeks. But again, I didn't feel that this was the best product for acne. I felt that this was more for mature skin or for dullness. It's so funny to me that I bought the Philosophy Micro Delivery Peel right before Dr. Lily Fan gave me hers. So I will tell you that I actually really do like this, but I also think Dr. Lily Fan's is better, and you know what? It's $7 less. And what this product is it gives you physical exfoliation through vitamin C crystals, and then you have an activator over it, which contains those AHAs. What I'm going to tell you about both this and Dr. Lily Fan's peel is that I feel this is a little better for acne scars, whereas the other peel is a little better for mature skin. Still, that's just a summary of my own personal results, my own experiences. Again, I do like both of these, but I think they have slight strengths and weaknesses compared to each other. Let's move on to dry skin, which you guys know has been an issue for me. I want to start with Essence. I'm not really going to be as specific about the recommendation here. I'm going to be a little more generalized about what Essence is and why it may benefit you. What an Essence is going to do is kind of force in some extra hydration at the very beginning of your skincare routine. You know, you use an Essence after toner and before serum. It's just a promise that here's some extra hydration. So I pulled out all my essences. I was looking at them side by side and I realized I don't know which one is my favorite because I love using every single one of them. And when I got to really thinking about it, I realized I've never hated an Essence ever. I don't have an Essence fail in my life. What that made me realize is that I just really like the category of Essence, and it's making it harder for me to distinguish between them. I can tell you what moisturizers I hate, I can tell you what serums I hate, I can tell you what masks I hate, but I can't tell you what essences I hate because all of them do the same thing in increasing hydration. Now, as such, you could easily take this as, well, maybe I don't need to overspend here. True, maybe you don't. In fact, right now, my shopping cart on the Ulta website has a subscriber suggestion in it, which is the Cacao Essence. It's Cacao, isn't it? Like the Tao. Derek. So my point here is that I'm going to try to kind of hone in on my feelings on essences and be able to give you a better opinion on them, hopefully. But for now, all I'll tell you is kind of, look at the ingredients list, see which ones appeal to you the most. I'm holding up the fresh black tea kombucha because, again, what's nice about this is you can buy the smaller size and just kind of see if an essence is helping out your routine as much as it helps mine. Side note, I like to use Essence in the morning, especially if I'm going to use foundation, because I find that hydrating step is so helpful in my foundation sitting nicely on my skin. So I guess related to that, if any of you guys have stronger feelings than I do on essences, please feel free to comment them. Let me know which ones have failed you. Have you ever had an essence fail you? And then for my serum recommendation, you guys, I gotta go with this Primera Wild Seed Firming Serum. I have been loving this. Can you see how much I've used? I'm about about right here in this bottle. This product is so beautiful on dry skin. It just seems to plump the skin immediately. And like I talked about in my Sephora Korean skincare video, I'm not really sure why. I know that it does have fermented soy in it. I do know that fermented ingredients are powerful. That's actually why I grabbed that fresh essence a moment ago. But we haven't really studied the science behind it all that well. All I can tell you is this has been incredible. On my dry skin, it's just such a plumping product. Leaves the skin looking glowy and hydrated, and that's just something that if I don't use skincare, that is not how my skin looks. Okay, so for under eye circles, I still have the same recommendation that I've had for an entire year, and that is the Tatcha Pearl Eye Cream. The reason that this is giving you a brightening effect is because it does contain makeup ingredients. Now take that how you will, if you're strictly looking for skincare, go watch my Dr. Lily fan video. She has an incredible eye cream. But if you're looking for something that is going to give you instant results, the reason that these brands incorporate these makeup ingredients is because that really is what will give you these instant results. So again, this is one of my favorites. It's been for a long time. It's what I wear on no makeup days. It's what I'm wearing today. Some people have expressed having some difficulty with applying this. What you need to do is apply a very, very tiny amount, just 3 little dots, smooth it out with your eye, and that should do it. If you're still having issues after that, go in with a dry beauty blender. Dry because you don't want to suck up any of the product, and use that to smooth the rest of it out. I'm going to go ahead and mention hair really quickly. Now, I don't have a ton of experience with hair products, but I did just do an Alterna Caviar trial, and like I said in this video, this for me was the product that was making the most changes. I did do a lot of research in that video on how skincare ingredients can benefit the hair, and I do feel quite convinced in the power of antioxidants on the hair. This is one that contains a very high amount of those. Great tragedy that I only got the sample size of this and bought the full sizes of the others, so this is on my personal list for the VIB sale. And then finally, my splurges. Now I want you to know I don't feel that these are products that you have to buy in any kind of way. I'm putting them under splurge because it's not necessary to spend this amount of money on products. But I do have people ask me, well, what do you overspend on? What do you like to just kind of blow your money on and just kind of bathe in the luxury of this product? First off, Amravixa Queen of Hungary Mist. I've never found a more luxurious mist than this one. It is pricey, but by the way, it's not that much. I think it's actually less money than the Tatcha Dewy Mist. Again, you can absolutely buy a $10 mist if you want to, but I do enjoy using this. I've had this bottle for so long, you just need a couple sprays and you're good. So I feel like this was worth the splurge, and that's very important for me. I don't ever again want to have a scenario of buying a luxury product and going through it in a month. That's not worth it to me. So both of these products last a long time. Which is why my second pick is going to be the Eve Lom Cleanser. This is just so enjoyable to use, and I talk about this all the time. I don't like removing my makeup, but this actually does make it fun. It's a whole ritual to use this product, and again, you use so little of this that the tub lasts you so long. This is still the original one that Eve Lom did send to me, still not empty. Both of these products that I'm keeping in this splurge section of the video, they smell so rich. Again, keep in mind that's optional. If you want a good oil-based cleanser, you can get the vanilla one. It works just as well, but it is not that luxurious feel that Eve Lom has absolutely mastered. That is all I have for this video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are picking up in this sale. Let me know if you have any additional recommendations, if you have any disagreements. I'm open to all feedback. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you all next time.